Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be starting a brand new build. Last episode I finished building this really cool park. I've got a playground for all the baby villagers, which apparently this guy's outside. How did you get stuck there? Oh, right. Somehow the baby villager got stuck in the fence. How did you do this? Here, let me let you out. I don't know how he was able to get stuck in there. But apparently this place is not very safe. If they can get stuck in between the fences, that's not good. But we got a nice little playground here. We got a nice little pole that you can slide down. I've got some slime blocks down here. I do have the ray tracing on because I wanted to see like what this looks like with it on. Over here is the pond that I built last episode. It's smooth sandstone that I used for the bottom block. That way it looks like sand, but it doesn't actually fall out of the world. Over here we have a little building where you can get your fishing rods. And I wanted to put boats in here as well. So that way you can get boats and fishing rods. So right now there's just fishing rods, but I did want to put some boats in here. Alright, so I've got some boats. I'm going to go and put all of these in here. So that way you can rent a boat and drive it around the little pond here. I've also got the really cool slides over here where you push a button and it puts a minecart down and you slide down like that. So there's how the slides work, and I've got it set up to where it just takes the minecarts out of here and it just constantly gives you more. So you can keep going down here until you run out of minecarts. Oh, great. This guy got stuck in. There we go. Let's help you out. So that is the park. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting a brand new build. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but I'm going to be building a museum to add into the little village here. I think it's going to go right over here. I think this is going to be a good spot to put it. I'm not really sure exactly how big it's going to be, but I want to have a really cool museum that'll kind of like show off a bunch of cool stuff. So I think I'm going to put it right over here along with the ice cream shop and all of that. But first, I got to turn off the ray tracing. Alright, so I've turned off the ray tracing. At some point, I want to make a build that uses like the ray tracing features. So at some point, I might make something with that. If you have any suggestions for cool builds that you would like to see that uses like some of the ray tracing effects, like the lights and all of that, let me know in the comment section. But first, I gotta figure out how big this museum's gonna be. I wanted it to be like big, because I want to have like a bunch of different like areas, kind of like the zoo. So over here, the zoo has like a bunch of different sections. We've got like the land section, we got the water section, then we got the nether section. I want to have the same thing with this museum, where there's going to be like different places that you can go and visit. But I'm not really sure how big it's going to be. So I'm just going to start with just like a general outline, and then this might get bigger as I build it. So we're going to go about here, and I'm going to go all the way over to where my other torch is at, which is right there. So this is going to be the general size of it. It's probably going to end up bigger, but I'm going to go and start by building the front. That's what I want to try and get done. So I'm going to be using quartz for this. I want to have like a white building. I could even use the bricks. I forgot they added these. They added the brand new quartz bricks. I don't remember which update that was, but that's a new block that we've got. So I'm going to use a bunch of the quartz. Oh, I need the stairs. Let me grab this quartz stairs. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building some stairs like this that's going to lead up. Now, I have a path over here. I want to have a parking lot. Maybe like over here, I could like turn this area into a parking lot, so that way you can get to the plant shop over here along with the museum. I might have to build like a parking garage somewhere. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me build a parking garage. That could be a build for a later time. But today I'm going to be working on building this museum. And it's going to be pretty big. Already looking at these stairs, it's a very large building. So I'm going to build these stairs up 2 blocks like this. I might actually build these out 1 more. So I'll have like a stair, I'll have a block, and then we'll have another stair that goes up. So it goes up a total of 2 blocks. And then I'm going to have this platform here is going to be where I'm going to start putting these pillars. So I want to build like some huge like pillars out of quartz. They're going to be like this. So if I go ahead and put the stairs down and then put the pillars in like this is how it's going to look. We're going to have a big white building with huge pillars. I'm not sure how many I can fit in here. I might make this a little bit smaller. The goal for this is to try and get at least 4 pillars made. So I'm just going to build out a platform and just see how much space it needs to build 4 pillars. And then that's going to be how big the building's going to be. Alright, so let's go and build the next pillar. It's going to be in the same spot. It's going to be 3 blocks away from the first pillar. And I'm just going to build the stairs for now, just to kind of space them out. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a gap in between the first 2 pillars and the last 2. And I think the best way to do this is to get an even number, because I want to have a double door. So I'm going to go probably 8 blocks. So this is 6, 7, 8. That's 8 blocks. And then I'm going to put the stairs in like this and say how this looks. So if I were to put the door in right here, we'll have 3 blocks on each side. And then we'll have the last pillar go right here, which is another 3 blocks away. So I am going to have to extend this out. I think 2 blocks, because I think I have 1 block over on the other side. And this is going to be the size of the building. So let's look at it from back here. I think this looks pretty good. I just have to finish these stairs. Alright, so I finished the stairs. I went ahead and put in all the pillars. This is what it's going to look like. Now all I gotta do is figure out how tall this is going to be. So right now this is 3 blocks. We're going to double that and go 6. So I'm going to build another 3 blocks up. So I'm going to go 6 blocks up. And then I'm going to do an extra block here. And then put the stairs going around like this. And this is going to be the top. Alright, so this is 8 blocks tall. 6 of the blocks here are pillared quartz. So I'm going to do the same thing for all of these. I'm going to go up 6 blocks with the pillared quartz. And this block right here, you could use pillared quartz. Or if you want to save blocks, you could use like dirt. Like if I were to grab like a block of dirt, you're going to put that there. And it doesn't really matter what this block is, because it's going to get covered by these stairs like this. And then it's going to get covered by the block that goes up here. Alright, so I went ahead and built all the pillars. I've just realized this is off by 1 block somehow. I don't know how this happened, but this is why it doesn't look the way it's supposed to, is because this one's off. So I'm going to have to move the entire thing out another block here. So we're going to put 1 more block down like this. And now let me just make sure that these are all in the right spot. Alright, so I went ahead and rebuilt this pillar. It's now in the correct spot. The other thing that I need to do is put the last of the stairs down like this, because I forgot to put these in. But that is the pillars done. I think they look really good. The next thing that I need to do is figure out what I'm going to do for the top. So the top bit is going to be made out of quartz. I could use the bricks, but I want to use the bricks for the actual building itself. So this right here is going to be the wall, and it's going to be made out of the quartz bricks here. So I'm going to have to fill that in with all the quartz bricks. This area here is just going to be using normal quartz. So most of the outside of this building is going to be made out of quartz. And then as soon as I get inside, I'm going to start using like some other blocks. So there's going to be a lot of quartz used in this build. So I'm just going to fill in the top bit here with regular quartz blocks like this. And then after that's done, I can start filling in this wall here, which is going to be made out of the bricks. Alright, so I filled in the entire back wall with the quartz bricks, and this is what it's going to look like from the front. I think it looks really cool. The next thing that I want to do is I want to build the door. So it's a pretty big building, but the door is going to be like really small. I think it goes right there. Yeah, that's the middle. So this is where the door is going to go, is right there in the middle. I'm just going to use oak doors. It's really small compared to the building itself, but I think this looks really cool. We've got the huge pillars, we got the tiny door over there, but we've got a bunch of like plain space that I could use for something. So one of the ideas that I had was to put some stairs and build like kind of like a little arch that goes over the top, but I think leaving it flat might be good, and then just put stairs around the side like this. So if I were to fill in this entire thing with stairs, let's see how this looks. It's really hard to tell that there's stairs there, but there is. I think it makes it look a little bit better. But that's going to be the front of the building. Now all I gotta do is build the rest of it. So I'm gonna build it back to where my torches are at over here. So I'm gonna build the entire thing out of these bricks here. The torch was right here. So I'm just going to connect this up with the other one over on this side. And then we just have to go back over here. And this is going to be the size of the building for right now. I might make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I might have to extend it a little bit further back that way. Because if this is the main room here, there's not really going to be a lot of space to put more exhibits. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to have kind of like a big open floor here in the middle. That's going to be like the main area. We're going to have like some check-in desks. And then we're just going to go back that way. And I'm going to have like a long hallway. It'll probably go about 8 blocks like it was here. So it'd be like this big of a space that has a hallway. And then you'll have like rooms off the side. So this space over here will have like different exhibits. And we'll have it on each side. So that's how I'm going to build this. So I'm going to need to extend this out a lot further. This is going to be the new end. I might change this again later on as I start building the rooms and seeing how big they actually are. So I'm just going to go ahead and build it to right about here. And now we've got a start to how big the building is going to be. The next thing I need to do is fill in the wall. So let me go through, put all of the bricks down, and I'll see you when that's done. Alright, so the walls are now done. The next thing that I need to do is build the floor. Now, the idea for the main room area here is I wanted to build a terracotta design in the floor using one of the terracotta blocks. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use just yet. So I'm going to just pick a block that would be good for now, and then later on I'm going to go through and replace it with terracotta. So the main block that I'm going to use for the floor, I don't want to use quartz because everything else is quartz, so I'm going to use something different. I wanted to do like a different kind of block that's more of like a tile, and I think the best thing to do is to grab one of like either the diorite, the granite, or the andesite would be pretty good. We've also got like the new blackstone and deepslate that could be good blocks as well. I'm going to try going with andesite because it's not white. Diorite is white. I could even go with blackstone, have like a black color for this. Let's see what the difference is. I think the andesite's going to be a little bit better than the blackstone. So I'm going to go through and fill this entire thing in with andesite. Alright, so I finished building the floor. This is what it looks like. Eventually, I'm going to get the terracotta design down here in the middle. I'm going to have to figure out where the middle of the building is, but eventually I want to build like a huge dome at the top here, and then we could have maybe like a spiral staircase that's like in the middle here, and you can look from way up here at the whole village. I think that would be really cool. The only thing is I gotta figure out where the middle of the building is, and to do that, I need to figure out the exact size of the building, And I haven't really figured out if this is going to change. I might actually move it back even more, because looking at it, it's not actually a lot of space. So next episode, what I'm going to start working on is building the main area where I'm going to have the terracotta. I'm going to figure out which kind of pattern that I'm going to use, because there's a bunch of really cool patterns in here. I kind of like this red one. I might do the red. Kind of difficult to figure out which way is the correct way to build these. But I think that's kind of what the pattern's supposed to be like. So eventually I'm going to put that in the floor. I'm going to build like a little desk area. And then I want to have all the different sections off on the side. So that's what I'm going to work on next episode. Today was just kind of getting the general structure of the building done. And I think it looks really cool. This is what it looks like from the front. So that's going to be it for today. So I'm going to go and end the episode here. So make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.